Hi, fellow TIs. My name is Edwin Jones, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I wanted to take a few minutes and share with you my methods of mental and physical survival as a targeted individual. Now, as I prepared to sue the Indianapolis Police Department in 1990, it became clear that my mother, father, and brother were perps. Now, that term didn't exist back then. I learned early on that if I couldn't trust my immediate family, I couldn't trust anyone. Later, I couldn't trust my cousins, aunts, and uncles because they were involved. Now my son is, as I've lost contact with my granddaughter. I countered those initial rough days by learning to play guitar in 1990 and then volunteering playing at nursing homes and any place else that would let me play. And I've been doing that for 25 years. I knew back then that I wasn't going to let them isolate me completely. I also started to run 3 to 13 mile races at age 40 and discovered vitamin B12. Now, vitamin B12 is a miracle vitamin to me because it gives me a boost of energy in addition to aiding in cellular regeneration. It is also a mood lifter. And when we pass 50, we need B12 more and more. It has also decreased my blood pressure over time, which rose initially being a targeted individual. B12 actually helps unclog my arterial passages. I take an aspirin with 5,000 micrograms of B12 on a daily basis every morning. Walgreens sells B12 for $15 a bottle, and it'll last me three months. Most importantly is the elimination of conventionally grown meat. Conventionally grown meat leaves me with an anxious feeling. And now what I'm about to say cannot be quantified, but it works for me. I initially changed from conventionally grown meat to eating organic meat, but I still had unexplained anxieties. Then one day I read that if an animal feels it's going to die, the fear produces adrenaline. Adrenaline is a poison. The adrenaline carries fear to the meat, and then we eat that meat that contains that fear. It can't be measured, but a meatless diet has worked wonders to calm me down. Now, I did slip up during the holidays, but I'm back on the meatless bandwagon. Plus, I do Buddhist mindful meditation. Now, this is the straw that stirs the drink, to be mindful of my surroundings and have clarity in my thinking without the unnecessary paranoia. Before I began meditation about 3 or 4 months ago, I would knee jerk when confronted with negative stimuli. Nowadays, I just sit back and watch the perp show. The perps don't catch me off guard anymore. I'm always prepared for the unexpected. Buddhism prepares me for change, which is constant. And I watch how frustrated people get when they can't get under my skin. That encourages me. I don't grind on anything for a long time anymore. 6 months ago, my son and I fell out, so now I don't see my granddaughter. That was pretty painful. I had hired a lawyer through Legal Shield, but the attorney died after I gave him a partial retainer in the amount of $300. I tried in every way possible to get that money returned. No luck. Legal Shield referred me to another lawyer, but he hasn't returned my call. So the perps just want to keep me on an emotional roller coaster and on an endless emotional merry-go-round. And I had to get off of that one. Now I've decided I'll send my granddaughter a letter or a card every week or two, and hopefully one day she'll write me back. And I can thank Buddhism for the change in attitude and the acceptance of the impermanence of all things, including family relationships. She's the only one I really miss, but I'm not going to allow the system to twist my mind over it. Now, I stretch every day. to increase my circulation. Increased circulation increases blood to the brain. I go to the health club and I run the treadmill 3 times a week. I'm attempting to learn Sanskrit, so I'm exercising my mind as well in another way. It all works together for me. Now, being gangstalked has been simultaneously the worst and the best thing to happen to me. The worst is obvious. The best thing that I have learned is not to seek sanctuary outside of myself. Family, friends, the church, the legal profession, the medical profession can never help me as much as I can help myself. And I've got to be on the job because if I fall down, there's no one to help me up. I hope that's helped someone. Thank you. Talk to you soon.